All right. Y'all know what it is. I'll be with y'all in 2 minutes. Y'all know what it is. We get this thing busting at 9:30. 9:30 every Wednesday. Y'all know the space. Y'all know the place. Right now, I'm just doing a little sound check. A little sound check. Make sure everything sound good. And we getting ready to get into this. If y'all popping in, man, thanks for popping in on time. Or thanks for popping in, I say. And kicking it with your boy. With your folks. I don't know who all gonna jump in, but we got some new stuff. Some new what's the names cracking. We got some new formats going on. I see. We're gonna try this out. So it's about that time. And we got a special episode I'm gonna breeze through because I don't know about the copyright things. I'm gonna breeze through and do some of this story, man. But
and this morning these
it's gonna be kind of crazy. It's gonna be wild, but you already know what it is. Welcome to the Talking Shit Show. You know what it is. Your boy PG the Hustler. My fam might be sliding in. They might not. Ain't no telling. But y'all already know how we get on this. Welcome. The door is open for everybody. I hope Joey Bucks get in so he can explain this last story that we got. I'm gonna say that one for last because it's kind of long. I don't know if we're gonna do the whole thing or not. I mean, as far as like play the whole thing, but like I said, it's a crazy. It's a funny story, but it's crazy, man. All right, so first off, man, let's jump into this thing, man. Let's jump into this video. Everybody know about the Palestine, the stuff that's like dude about to say. We all been talking about it for weeks now, for a couple weeks now since it happened. The train derailment over here at in Palestine, Ohio. The toxic chemicals and everything. So this is kind of like an update or whatever, or just something that they, sharing with us now. Because I'm gonna give y'all my opinions on this thing afterwards.
Palestine
So let's
train
go.
derailment. Well, we know it's dominated headlines all month long. Today, the head of the EPA, Michael Regan, will be back in the area to visit the derailment site and meet with residents for a third time.
Here at home, we've learned that contaminated waste from the site is headed here to Northeast Ohio. Brianna Dahlquist is live for us this morning, has much more on exactly where that's headed. Brianna, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm here live at Grafton, and Maureen, like you mentioned earlier, all week, really, we've been covering this story, and there's so many residents who are concerned that now it's one of the 4 sites that toxic and hazardous waste will be sent. Emotion still running high in East Palestine.
The most frustrating part is Norfolk Southern is making me question whether I'm a good parent.
3 weeks since the Norfolk Southern toxic train derailment, Sharice Munyung, a mother of 2, says she's feeling trapped between a sea of information and instinct.
I have a 10-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old son, and are they going to, in 10 years, be diagnosed with cancer that's from this?
This renewed fears comes as truckloads of hazardous waste from the site are once again on the move after the EPA temporarily paused shipments over the weekend to identify larger delivery locations. They're now being transported from East Palestine to EPA-vetted disposable sites in nearby cities, East Liverpool, Vickery, and Grafton, Ohio.
The addition of these disposal locations gets us closer to having enough capacity to finish the cleanup.
Officials in Michigan and Texas irate over what they say was the surprise delivery of tons of contaminated waste from the derailment.
The outward effect of it looks like we're being sandbagged.
Ohio's governor announcing 5 truckloads of contaminated soil was returned to East Palestine. As the NTSB continues its investigation, Norfolk Southern says it continues to work on track removal at the site as well as soil excavation, while the CDC continues door-to-door survey efforts to check on residents.
Has anyone been to your door?
Not one person.
And what does that tell you?
That they don't care.
They ain't really doing shit.
And Dave, I did some research. According to their website, Ross Environmental Services is a pioneer in that hazard waste and toxic chemicals. So I'm anxious to see what is going to transpire and even more to come with going door to door to ensure that these residents are safe. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah. Daily, it becomes more of a story. We'll continue to follow it. Brianna, we'll see you later this morning. Thank you.
Okay. So, my thoughts on this, honestly, is I heard a whole bunch of different theories. I heard a whole bunch of stuff. Honestly, like I'm at a loss for words because a lot of times, man, y'all kind of know how I get down, man. If I don't really know about it, I don't talk about it. I don't know how to fucking clean up toxic waste. Who the fuck knows how to clean up toxic waste? And my question is, why would you take it out of one place if you clean it up and go put it to another or send it to another? That shit is weird, and it leads me back to one of the theories that I've heard about, or that has been like circling around, is that this shit was done on purpose. I don't know. That's just a theory. I'm not saying I don't. Hey. But it's awful weird. It's awful weird. Like, first of all, there's a movie. There's some kind of movie. I don't even see. I said I was gonna hit y'all with this stuff and give y'all all these what's the names. But y'all can look it up yourself, man. It's a movie out that was just out like I guess a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, about a fucking train derailment with all of this shit, and then here it happens. Like I'm telling you, man, this shit don't be coincidences sometime, man. And I really, really stand on that shit. That I don't think this shit be coincidences, man. Like it can't be. It can't be. It's so many, like, it get to the point where all of the coincidences, or so many of the coincidences, line up together to make you think and be like, man, these motherfuckers knew where this shit was gonna be. We ain't even gotta answer why. You know, usually if anything goes down, a car crashes, a plane falls, a bus flips, the first thing you hear is why it happened. Oh, the engine failed on the plane, such and such. Oh, the tire blew out, it hit this and that. That's immediately when you hear a tragedy, that's the first thing you hear. Tire, engine blew out, engine went out, you know what I'm saying, tire blew, hole in the boat, anything. You know what I'm saying? Titanic hit an iceberg, supposedly. But it wasn't really the Titanic, it was something else. But anyway, it was biggest insurance fraud in the world. But anyway, like, it's just weird that they not telling us. They ain't said nothing. They ain't came back and said, yo, it was a monkey on the track. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was playing and put something on there. Like, there's no what's the name. There's no cause. We know what the effect is. Well, we don't know what the long-term effects is, but there's no fucking cause. And that's what's fucking crazy. That's what's crazy about the whole thing. My dog, Dirty P30, in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, I don't know. Here, it's only 2:45. I'm gonna run this one back for you. This is some other shit about this shit on ME in Palestine, the train derailment. Um, what I was just saying is that I think, like, I really think that this shit was on purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's some kind of movie that was done like a year or two ago about it. And the way I feel is like this shit was kind of done on purpose. And these motherfuckers in this clip, I'm gonna run this clip back so you can see it because some shit don't make sense. I'm gonna let
This
you
the
see
this,
it.
this the train derailment in Ohio, in Palestine, Ohio.
Yeah, yep.
Let me see.
Check this shit out.
Well, we know it's dominated headlines all month long. Today, the head of the EPA,
Watch what they say
Michael
they doing
Regan, will
with
be
it.
back in the area to visit the derailment site and meet with residents for a third time.
Here at home, we've learned that contaminated waste from the site is
Rewind.
headed here to Northeast Ohio. Brianna Dahlquist is live for us this morning, has much more on exactly where that's headed. Brianna, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm here live at Grafton, and Maureen, like you mentioned earlier, all week, really, we've been covering this story, and there's so many residents who are
so this
concerned
Grafton's
that
a whole nother
now
city.
it's one of the four
Okay, I don't
sites
see
that
nothing.
toxic and hazardous waste
In
will
your
be
Discord?
sent.
I'm in
Emotions
Discord.
still running high in East Palestine.
What
The
am I
most
doing
frustrating
wrong?
part is Norfolk Southern is
you should
making me
see the-
question
Oh, I
their
see.
care.
Never mind, I
3 weeks
see.
since the Norfolk Southern toxic train derailment,
hear it?
Charisse Munyang,
Yeah,
a mother of two,
hold
says
on.
she's feeling trapped between a sea of information and
Coming through on
instinct.
my
I have a
feed.
10-year-old daughter
Yep.
and an 8-year-old son, and are they going to, in 10 years, be diagnosed with cancer that's from this?
This renewed fears comes as truckloads of hazardous waste from the site are once again on the move after the EPA temporarily paused shipments over the weekend to identify larger delivery locations. They're now being transported from East
Larger
Palestine to
delivery
EPA vetted disposable sites in nearby cities, East Liverpool, Vickery, and Grafton, Ohio.
Addition of these disposal locations gets us closer to having enough capacity to finish the cleanup.
Officials in Michigan and Texas irate over what they say was the surprise delivery of tons of contaminated waste from the derailment.
The outward effect of it looks like we're being sandbagged.
Ohio's governor announcing
Do you
5
see
truckloads of
this shit?
contaminated soil was
Yes,
returned
that's
to
hectic.
East Palestine. As the
dropping
NTSB
shit off
continues its
Texas.
investigation, Norfolk Southern says it continues to work on track removal at the site as well as soil excavation, while the CDC continues door-to-door survey efforts to check on residents.
Has anyone been to your door?
Not one person.
And what does that tell you?
That they don't care.
And Dave, I did some research. According to their website, Ross Environmental Services is a pioneer in that hazard waste and toxic chemicals. So I'm anxious to see what is going to transpire and even more to come with going door to door to ensure that these residents are safe. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah. Daily, it becomes more of a story. We'll continue to follow it. Brianna, we'll see you later this morning.
All right, Dirty P, thoughts? You heard my side. See what I think they doing.
I don't know. Take me back to your side again,
I think,
cause
like I said, I think that this shit was done on purpose. I just got a feeling that somebody behind this shit, like they did this shit on purpose, man. And I don't understand why they just dropping shit on motherfuckers. Nigga, Texas and Michigan said they got surprise deliveries of toxic fucking waste disposal, and they got other sites all across Ohio and even Indiana where they finna go drop this shit off and supposed to be disposing of this shit. Disposal sites. What's so different about there? I don't understand about why you can't clean the shit up there and get rid of it there, or wherever y'all getting rid of it at. Get rid of it. Like, where is it a special thing y'all need? But that's why I said I don't know nothing about this shit. I ain't no EPA. I don't know nothing
right.
about this shit.
That's what I was finna say. I really don't know, but
Yeah.
like to answer your question on if why they can't do it there, maybe they done exhausted that shit out where they at. You know what I mean? Like maybe they didn't exhausted it and they gotta spread it around. I don't know.
It's weird
Like-
though. Don't
like-
it put you in a state of like what the fuck?
And what you thinking about as far as they did it on purpose? Of course they did it on purpose. That's how they distribute the shit all across the country. So of course we know they did it on purpose. But as far as the derailment, I don't know if they derailed it on
But
purpose.
see, this the thing. Anytime something happens, you automatically the first thing you hear is the cause. If an airplane fall out the sky, or the engine went bad, or we lost this, or it was a hole in the
Yeah,
gas.
either they investigated and then they let us know what the cause was. That's
Right.
the first
This
thing
has
they
been three.
investigate.
It's been 3-4 weeks. We ain't heard no cause yet of why it
Ain't no cause of why this derailed. Ain't no fucked up tracks. Ain't no fucked up train. Ain't no fucked up car. Wasn't nothing in the way.
nothing, bro. First thing if it would have been a car in the way, first thing we'd have heard it was a car on the tracks. Whoop de whoop, boop boop bop, boop boopity bop.
So that definitely make you think they covering something up.
Covering it up, bro.
That definitely make you think they covering something up. I don't really know what to think about that situation. Like, I don't know.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna follow it. We're gonna follow that shit.
Right, that's all you can do right now. But I know what you're saying. The reason to talk about it is because it's been days now, and they still ain't gave no update on the investigation, none whatsoever.
And if we making an outline, that's bullet point number 1. Bullet point number 2 is they're dropping shit off where they ain't called nobody or nothing. They just dropped Texas.
Are these people? Is Texas confirming that they didn't know this shit was on the way?
Yeah. You see what the dude said? He said it's like we being sandbagged.
Right.
Like they just throwing that shit on.
Yeah. The best thing we can do is follow up on this shit. Just keep watching it.
Yep, we definitely gonna keep watching, y'all. So
and pray that they don't. Goddamn it.
Thank you.
They ain't really do this shit. They ain't really doing this shit like. Something is something. It's like what you think it could be that made that train derail? Like bad tracks, bad cars, bad train, like bad driver, like something. Maybe they covering up the driver.
Nigga, I ain't never even been on a real train, nigga. So I don't know what the fuck or how these bitches move. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been on a real train like that. I've been on like shit in
right,
LA.
No freighter.
Yeah,
right, no freighter.
Shit from LA and back and forth.
Right, right, Amtrak and shit
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, but I ain't.
But they used it. They used the same routes, the same tracks and shit.
Like state to state type shit. That's what they shit was on, wasn't it? They was going. They was driving the travel. See, I don't know. Like what. That's why I said, was it a penny on the track, nigga? You know how motherfuckers play.
Yeah,
I heard put penny on the track, stretch it out.
No, you mean a nickel? You could turn a nickel to a quarter. Drop and slide it in the video in the arcade.
You put it that motherfucker on the train track, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. Bitch, huh? Maybe it was something like that. Like I don't know.
But we don't know because they not.
Maybe it was a cow. Maybe it was a cat. You know what I'm saying? No telling.
They not really.
But they gotta say something. Yeah, they gotta say something, bro.
Man, it's been so long. It's been so long, dog.
On the boss.
But so, like we said, we're gonna follow that shit, man. We're gonna move on because I really want to get to your story, man.
I really ain't been following it. I just hear. I watched like a short documentary on it with this one lady. She went and she walked through the town and she lived there. She went up in some home and you could smell like and I thought like maybe that home was already stinking, but no, the way they showed the sitting water in these neighborhoods, it's definitely contamination around that motherfucker. And I'm talking about miles away from where the accident actually happened. It's contamination.
I'm glad I'm far, man. But they said that shit coming.
Yeah, but it could
watch it.
Yeah, it's in the ground, like it's in the ground, and they still traveling. Yeah, they still traveling. They digging it up. They agitating the shit.
Fucking with Mother Earth, man.
Man, but what could you do? Would just let it sit? Like, what could you do? What could they do? Like right now?
Nigga, I don't know. Nigga, that's a mess. I have no idea on how to clean up. I can't even give an opinion on that shit.
Hell no. Nah.
I don't even know what to do or what's the first. Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to get the.
The first thing you supposed to do is a state of emergency. You supposed to evacuate.
Yeah,
that's the first thing you supposed to do is evacuate, get them people out of there, and then see how far they supposed to be coming all the way down to you, and then all the way up to me and testing all the way in between there, all the way to the middle of the source. Yeah, they supposed to be.
Go on and get that shit, man. Go cracking.
Yeah, because that shit, once it hit the water, man, it travel.
Hey, nigga, I don't drink no tap water. I get my shit from the what's
Hell
that?
no, hell no,
Me, I'm
hell
man,
no.
straight water.
But how we know that you can filter that shit out, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying?
It
How
ain't
you
no
know
damn.
it costs to filter water? It costs like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. That shit good though. Tastes good.
It is, yeah,
Crispy and clean, nigga.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, you got yours iced up. I hear you over
yeah, yeah.
there. ah, well, shit, man. We definitely gonna come back to that, man. Like in a week or so, so we hear some information on that. But
Yeah.
next, I want y'all to see how in my city, man, this crooked ass city council. They say they got both sides of the story on 19. This is why I mess with 19. Shout out to 19 News, man. They should have both
19
sides.
moves.
Yeah, they should have both sides of this story. But this police, okay, to give everybody a backstory and you Bucks, because I know this is some local stuff. But you remember Jalen Walker, right?
Yep.
Okay, so when he got murdered by the police, we pushed and we voted for a police oversight committee, right?
Y'all upgrade.
Right. So check.
Definitely.
So now, this is what they do to deny the oversight committee. Watch what they did. Listen, watch this, Bucks. Watch this shit, bro.
Attorney removed from a civilian police review council. A young black attorney removed from a civilian police review board. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Chris Fry. We now have both sides to this story. 19 investigator Kelly Kennedy walking us through the decision and the backlash.
Monday's city council meeting went past midnight. There were 8 members who wanted 27-year-old Imokai Okolo to sit on the board. They said the fact that he was a young black attorney made him the perfect candidate. But there were 4 other council members who wouldn't budge. And all they needed was one more vote.
I really thought that we as a city have moved past all this nonsense.
Imokai Okolo was one of 6 candidates selected by a committee to serve on Akron's new Citizens Police Oversight Board.
He represents a critical voice for them to recommend him, and then at the last minute, sub him out without even a vote. The only words I have for that are institutional racism.
Yeah.
The council voted 6 times over the course of the 5-hour meeting, hoping to sway the holdout members. But that didn't work. Some council members claimed they couldn't support Okolo because of a social media post. Okolo says he made that post shortly after Jalen Walker's death, and he referred to police as pigs. Okolo doesn't think it's fair to judge his ability to be impartial off of one post.
It was anger, frustration at this situation. You know, I had someone trying to delegitimize my feelings, my emotions towards seeing someone my same age being gunned down in my city.
But Okolo doesn't think his social media post was the real reason for his removal. During the council meeting, he played a recording of a Zoom meeting he had with Councilman Jeff Fusco a few days earlier.
There's people early on in some of these processes, they're asked to commit, and there's discussions, you know, that have happened, you know, and commitments made. And one of the things I will tell you that I'm all about is that whenever I make a commitment to someone, I stick to that commitment.
You know, that's interesting. It begs the question, who did you make commitments to? And who else made similar commitments? We have to ask ourselves, who really has the power in this city?
I spoke with Councilman Fusco over the phone. He admitted, yes, he had made a commitment to the head of the Akron Police Union, Clay Cozart. So what do you mean exactly when you say you made a commitment to the head of the police union? Do you mean you made a commitment to not appoint Imokai Okolo?
I made a commitment that I can't support him. Why is it exactly? Was because of a number of reasons. One of the reasons is the postings.
That's problematic for us as an elected body who's been elected by this city, by the residents, to do the work of the people.
Councilwoman Tara Mosley is frustrated that the board couldn't come together to meet this deadline.
We are in contempt right now, and we don't know what that encompasses. Hopefully when we come back on Monday, that either we vote to bring Imokai on, or they find someone exactly like him, which I do not think they'll be able to do.
No.
Akron City Council will be meeting again on Monday. We'll keep you updated on what happens next. Reporting in Akron, Kelly Kennedy, 19.
I'm gonna give you the end result. because it's past Monday, and they removed him, so it did not pass. Well, it passed, but like the lady said, it's still in contempt. It's still in limbo. So there basically is an oversight committee with all white people.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why, because he was probably the most vocal. He was the most vocal. You know how black folks are. He was the most vocal, and they gotta shut him down. They gotta shut him
Basically,
down.
what they doing is whipping him.
Yeah, they putting him in the corner. They putting him in the corner
because he called them pigs on that post.
Yeah. When I disagree with that too. I disagree with that on his part. Like, that's probably the only wrong that he did. Like, it's the approach. He probably shouldn't have said like pig. Don't fall in their trap. Keep it professional like he was doing.
Right.
You know.
Right. It's professionalism as a
that's probably the only. That's probably the second reason that they kicked him out. You know, that confirmed. Okay, well, let's just go and get rid of him. He already making noise. He already making the points. He winning. So we got this on him now. So yeah, that's part of him. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. My city, man. Like,
y'all catching it over there, man, in the OH to the dime.
You know it, man.
Y'all catching it.
I pray for them, man, because they really tripping. All right, another breaking news.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Kate Ingram, and this is your News 4 Now update. And we start with an update for you on breaking news. 5 people have been hurt in this fast-moving fire in the Bronx. The FDNY says 2 of those injured are firefighters. Now, it happened just after 8:30 this morning on Morris Avenue in Fordham. It started on the 4th floor and spread to the 5th. This here is Citizen-App video of that fire. Crews are trying to figure out what started it. And we're also following a developing story in Midtown where the NYPD is on the hunt for rapper Travis Scott. He's accused of punching a nightclub worker. It happened around 2 o'clock this morning at Club Nebula on West 41st Street. A 52-year-old sound engineer says he got into some sort of argument with Scott, and that's when Scott punched the employee in the face. The performer is also accused of causing $12,000 worth of damage to a speaker and video screen before leaving. Scott has 2 children with ex Kylie Jenner. A 23-year-old man is in custody today after...
Take that back one more time. Take that back one more time. Take that back one more time.
Travis.
I'm pretty sure it's a better story. It's a better story than that. But go ahead, take it back one more time.
Story in Midtown where the NYPD is on the hunt for rapper Travis Scott. He's accused of punching a nightclub worker. It happened around 2 o'clock this morning at Club Nebula on West 41st Street. A 52-year-old sound engineer says he got into some sort of argument with Scott, and that's when Scott punched the employee in the face. The performer is also accused of causing $12,000 worth of damage to a speaker and video screen before leaving.
He bugged up.
2 children with
He bugged up.
Jenner.
He told shit up and everything, man.
And cut the fuck out.
He bugged up, man. So now what? Like, this something else we're gonna have to follow up on, because he running.
Yeah, because he's wanted right now.
Yeah, he running.
We got to see when he
lawyering up. This really ain't shit to him. The man probably gonna the outcome. The people probably gonna sue him. He gonna have to pay that $12,000 plus whatever they sue him for, and it's gonna be over. That man just wants some money.
Remember, he just beat the Astro World thing.
Yeah, he just beat that. That shit still looming on him. People holding that shit against him. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people now posting they experience, like at the it wasn't Rolling Loud, it was Astro World. Yeah, they now posting it. Yeah, in his hometown.
And you know what's crazy is that I think it might be in connection. The sound engineer might have said something ignorant to him about that.
Yeah, like they might have had something going on.
What else would have made
tweak out like that
nigga in the face, bro?
And then tear up the speakers and shit. Like,
tear the club up.
I don't think he told much up, because $12,000 is nothing. Like,
No,
I don't think
not
he
in
tore that
studio
much up.
equipment. Yeah, not that he
Yeah.
probably flipped the board or something, and
That's it.
they probably put
That's
20
it.
on 10. Like, oh,
He might have
$12,000 board he flipped, but ain't nothing
he
wrong
might
with
have
that
threw a
motherfucking
drink. He
board.
might have threw a drink and it got in the board or something like that. Anything. He might not even
Yeah.
touch the equipment.
Man, that shit crazy, dog.
So yeah, this is another one. Like we could just you're gonna have to definitely follow up, but you can in a whole you can chalk this one up. They looking for a lawsuit. They looking for a lawsuit. They know they gonna win because of his background and this Astro World shit, and it's a possibility. But with his record as far as winning the Astro World case, he might beat this too.
I think he's gonna beat it because if he got the same lawyers, nigga, they gonna eat this shit up like nothing.
Yeah, depending on what the suit is about, he might just say, "Okay, fuck it, go and pay these people and get it over with."
Yep, he might just do that. He might do that.
Travis Scott, man.
You know how them rich motherfuckers do. Them
Travis, he not really in the news like doing shit like that. The Astro World was his biggest, and it
wasn't even him.
It wasn't him. It wasn't him.
His event. Yeah, it was just.
It was at his event in his hometown.
Yeah, yep, in his own shit. That shit wild, man.
Right,
yeah, so this is another one. This a follow. This is something to follow up to. This is the kind of shit that I'll follow up.
Right, most definitely.
Yeah.
Y'all remember old girl, right?
Vaguely.
Y'all remember her that was letting them.
Yeah. The cop that got a train ran on.
Yeah, let's get to this update. Yeah.
Involved in a tryst claim.
Did this guy go?
Groomed by the police.
Yeah,
let's put the picture up for a mask. Former Tennessee cop Megan Hall, 26 years of age, who was fired over numerous sexual trysts with other officers, claims in a new federal lawsuit that she was sexually groomed by her department superiors. This is a hell of a story. You got to pay attention.
Gotcha.
Hall was fired in January after affairs with 5 other cops became public. Hall, who blamed a troubled marriage for the affairs, claims she felt trapped and exploited among the all-male ranks of the L.A. Verne Police Department. Now, let me say this. When this first happened, who was the face of the story? It was her.
Mm-hmm.
She was the face of the story. She was, at a time, the only face of the story, even though, according to the articles written initially, her supervisors were the ones having sexual relations with her. Now, I'm not defending the actions of any of these cops. They're adults. But do you not find it ironic that the 5 men who were engaged in this misconduct had no picture of them in any of the reporting initially? It was only her. There's more. According to the 51-page federal lawsuit, where Miss Hall sought role models at her new job, she instead found predators. The lawsuit says, in place of offering professional development, her supervisors and the chief of police groomed her for sexual exploitation. They colluded in using their authority to systematically disarm her resistance and entrap her in degrading and abusive sexual relationships, even sharing tips on the best ways to manipulate and exploit her. The suit claims Hall, who had a history of mental illness, felt trapped, and in an attempt to escape, she nearly killed herself. Now remember, she's the police now, okay? And I'm bringing this up for a few reasons. Number one, she has now said, yeah, I had a history of mental health, okay? A mental health disorder. She's still the police. In addition to that, if they'll treat another cop this way, how do you think they'll treat you? If they'll treat another person in blue in this manner, how do you think they would treat your children? There's more. In an interview during an internal investigation, the young cop admitted she performed sex acts on duty and on police property and had a threesome with one cop and his wife. Hall has told the investigator she got stupid and got desperate in the midst of a divorce. All right, let's put him up. Hall, who was 24 when she first applied to the force in 2020, claims she first became sexually involved with Sergeant Superior Lewis Powell. This was early last year. The lawsuit says Powell learned Hall was going through marital problems and positioned himself as a reliable source of companionship and
Right.
advice regarding Hall's
So they can't use the race claim at all. They can't throw that.
Persisted in request for sex despite Ms. Hall's resistance. It said eventually Ms. Hall gave in to Sergeant Powell's request for sexual favors. She said when she tried to break off the affair, Powell threatened to kill himself. Now, do I flat out believe everything that she's saying? No, I don't. I don't know exactly who to believe. I do know this. It's chaotic, but probably normative for this kind of behavior to happen inside of the ranks of police departments throughout this country. There's more. Put them up.
Look, Rainbow Coalition, boy.
Hall said the exploitation continues with Powell led to other.
Hey, the top right nigga, he did some crazy
Larry
shit.
Holiday, Patrick McGlashow, T.Y. McGowan, bottom row left to right, Juan Lugo Perez, Gavin Skullbarrel, and Detective Seneca Shields. Powell, Lugo Perez, and McGowan and Shields were actually fired, while the other cops kept their jobs but were in fact suspended. Earlier this month, put them up, the police chief, Beryl Chip Davis, was also fired. Hall claimed Davis encouraged this behavior and shared in the pornography and sexual fantasy of mutually abusing Ms. Hall with his trusted supervisor, T.Y. McGowan. Isn't that something?
Wow.
She also said Davis once asked her to come into his office to dance for him, tried to get her to agree to lunch dates, and described her clothing as hot girl summer-ish. The lawsuit names the city, Powell, McGowan, and Davis as defendants. It seeks an unspecified amount in damages for lost wages, medical expenses, mental suffering, emotional distress, and reputational harm. And I'm sure these guys are saying to their families and their wives, this lying.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
She only lied to a certain extent.
Would have a department that has professional standards, at least to the degree of the fast food restaurant I worked at as a teenager, you would not be here. Ms. Dog thoughts.
Her grooming argument is really unique.
Hold fast.
Might be really hard to prove.
I think she exaggerating the truth. Like I think she exaggerating the truth. This shit was consensual. This shit was like this shit was consensual. She did this shit. I think she did this shit.
Now they're bored, and now they're trying to turn it into a soft rape.
And they fired and suspended these guys. Are you serious, man? And the chief?
Hot girl summer-ish is the part where I just fucking lost it.
No, you know why I lost it? You know, I got to get on your boy. He called this city L.A. Verne.
Yeah,
it's Laverne. I had to get him, bro. I had to get something on him.
Hey,
bro.
I thought I heard that nigga say L.A. Verne. I was like, no, I said this shit was not in L.A.
No, it's in Tennessee.
Laverne, right?
Laverne.
I said Laverne. This nigga said L.A. Verne.
Yeah, I had to get on you, Richie.
But yeah, man, I'm with you, bro. I think that's it. It was essential, man. And
they did that. She was just running around. Yeah,
and
no, she was
turning into a soft rape. And my thing is, this is the thing. Rashad didn't even catch this. I know this from being in the military and going and taking the fireman's test and all this kind of shit. To be a public official like a police, fireman, ambulance, something like that, you have to go through mental tests. They have mental things that they put you through, like mental what you call that shit, like man, you know what I'm talking about, bro. When they analyze and they analyze your
evaluation.
Yeah, psychiatric evaluation. You go through psychiatric evaluation. So there's no way you're gonna be a cop and say, "Oh, I had a history of head problems.
I'm mentally weak and this and that." No, they would have seen that. Now, if anything, right now you got a point there. If anything, the chief and all of them should have been in trouble for overlooking the evaluation. Some shit like that, but I don't think they should have been.
It ain't even up to the chief. That's how
Well,
you know. That's how you
somebody.
know. That's how you know it's a bald-faced lie that she.
Okay, well, the city of Laverne, then the city of Laverne should have been
because the people who's over the academy, those are the matter of fact, the people who even let you in the academy. They're the ones who do your psychiatric evaluations and make sure you fit for the job. They don't supposedly. But see, a lot of people, it's a lot of nepotism in that shit. And a lot of people get jobs because they getting referred by other people. So shit be passed along and whoop, whoop, let's pass this, let's do that, let's do that. But the fact still remain, you have a psychiatric evaluation as a police officer.
Facts.
So you cannot go to court and say that you have a history of mental illness. Because you wouldn't have never been a cop.
Okay, then we finna throw this shit out because you didn't tell us that you had this history.
Boom.
So you shouldn't. This shit finna be thrown out. These people shouldn't be suspended, fired, or none of that shit.
Right.
None of that shit.
Because now, since you got a history of mental illness,
because it's not against
you automatically lying.
Is it against the law to date or be in an affair with somebody in your district or force or whatever?
It's probably against their rules, but not the law.
Okay, well then,
you feel
your rules ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Right, exactly. The motherfuckers gonna get fired from their jobs, but still, hey.
Yeah, or if anything that separate them, transfer them to different.
Yep, and
no, this all. I'm putting this all on the city of Laverne, and it's probably a cover up. It's probably a cover up. So they gon' the officers are scapegoats for this shit.
I mean,
the officers is either a cover up, and the officers are scapegoats, or I don't know. I don't know. I can't see.
That's why I'm like, man, it's so cut and dry that this bitch was just loose.
Man,
and now she trying to cover this shit up by going back and turning this whole shit into a soft rape. That's how I feel. Like that shit corny as hell.
She need more people.
Was doing it was consensual on duty. There's no way on duty.
No,
that you perform sexual favors with your other officers on duty and on premises, and you can say that somebody's taking it from you because you could be as loud as you want, and somebody gonna hear you if you on premises, and because somebody's always at the motherfucking police station. I don't give a fuck if it's the middle of the night. It's people moving around that police station. You understand what I'm saying? Like it got dispatch, they got 911 motherfuckers, they got all people.
24 hours a day, the police station never closed.
So you can't say that a motherfucker got you in a room and took it because all you had to do was scream if you didn't want him to have it.
And then they say she was in
the fuck open. Is what
she was in the chief's office and he made her dance for it. No, she went in there twirling her ass her damn self. Man, come out like I'm gonna be detective next year. Come on, man.
Come on, man. And shit was probably promised to her and everything. Yeah. You'll never know a nigga say anything to get his little wings on, nigga.
They need to investigate more into her. They need to investigate more into her history before being a police officer. That's what they need to do before they start firing motherfuckers.
Facts. They need to go back to that high school. They need to
go back to grammar school.
Yeah, that nigga say grammar school.
Hell yeah, she was in 3rd grade popping that.
Let little nigga see her panties, pulling up her skirt.
Yeah, man.
Showing her underbloomer.
Yeah, man, come on. I'm a follow up on this one. I need to see this. I need to see
it ends up hurting women who are in those kind of positions.
That's funny.
I don't even want to hear what she got to say. Honestly, I think I think that's gonna make me mad if I listen to what she had to say because I think.
Of course, because she gonna whine and cry and look like a real victim. She gonna make herself look like a real live victim. When you ain't, you enjoyed that shit just as much as they did.
It's not that many people. Those different times you going back and you fucking a wife. You having threesomes with a nigga and his wife.
Yeah, you in an affair with a nigga that's ready to kill himself because you don't want to deal no more. Man, come on, man.
Nobody gonna
it was deeper than that.
No,
it was deeper than that.
Bro, niggas don't run around about to kill themselves.
She was playing them guys, man. She was playing their ass.
Man, listen.
So now you know what? I got mixed emotions because now I don't feel for their ass because they let her play their ass. They all knew they was all fucking on her.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they saying they shared tactics on how to get her or what she like. Or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know all these niggas was cronies. You know they hang together.
Yeah. How long they been on the force? We gotta look into that. I'm gonna look into that because how long they been officers? How long they been on the force? How long they been around each other? Shit like that. That shit. Nah, she's scandalous. She's scandalous. They dumb.
They dumb and scandalous. They dumb and she's
scandalous. Boom.
Fact.
That's that. Yeah. I'm gonna look into that. I'm looking to that. I'm dig her background up. I need to find her Facebook.
Man, you a fool. Man, let me see, man. This shit right here, man. This shit right here is crazy. Listen to this. And this sound, you tell me if this don't sound like a black cop.
The road by the police, and he wasn't doing anything wrong. The cop just got upset. Here's the video.
I see this all too often. Whoa. He got his hazards on. What could he do?
You better pull up. You better pull your ass over. Pull your ass over. Pull your ass over now. Pull it over now. You better pull your ass over.
Right. I'm not finna pull over on that dark road.
No,
I got my hazards on, and I'm below the speed limit. Wait till we get somewhere that's lit up. Oh, he reckless.
He flipped him.
This is insane.
And then he bust the U-turn. And then he bust the U-turn himself in the middle of the highway.
His hazard lights to indicate he's pulling over at a safe place.
Boom.
When you look at that road, you will clearly see it is a dark street.
Yes.
No natural lighting, obviously. No street lights are in the view. He informed the police officer of what he was attempting to do. The cop would not listen. This ordeal took place within a couple of minutes. It wasn't as if there was some high-speed chase or some 1 hour follow.
Did they say why he was pulling them over?
Dangerous situation for other people until the cop decided to make it dangerous for everybody on that street. Now, Antonio Risco tries to find a safe spot to simply pull over. This is exclusive. Dash cam video just got released from the Lamar County, Georgia Sheriff's Office. You could hear the man say, "I'm going to get off at the next exit." Sergeant Brayton, right? Sergeant Brayton decided to use a pit maneuver.
See his face.
Drive off the road, completely violating policy order. Aggravated the Lamar County Sheriff deputies, command Risco to step outside. Here it is.
Let me see your hands. I see his hands if you can try to get him.
Get out of the car. Crawl out of the car.
Man, that's dangerous, bro.
Move that goddamn hand. Get on the ground.
Oh, hell no.
Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
Get the up. I have my phone recording everything.
There's a dog right here.
Live streaming everything. Facebook.
Get forward.
Streaming everything to Facebook. As we speak.
Forward.
Hey, everything.
Oh, no.
Get him. I got it. Come on. Stop biting my dog.
This on something.
The dog biting him.
No, ma'am. Go ahead. Get him up. Stop biting my dog. Get him.
The dog biting him.
Better stop biting my dog. He can't do it.
They restraining him and they ain't pulled the dog off the man.
No. He has a natural reaction.
Yeah.
As any of us would have. And the deputy said, "Stop fighting my dog." Let's put the picture up full mass. This is a damn shame. I'm going to give you all of the background to this exclusive. This is Antonio Risco, 23 years of age at the time of the incident. the incident took place in 2020. We just got the video today.
He's a happy guy.
This took place in 2020. They tried to hide it, but we got it. Risco was returning to his home in Canton, Georgia. He told Indisputable he did not stop immediately because he spoke with an officer earlier that day who said he could put on his emergency lights and signal to the police to get off a busy highway. Here was the aftermath of that Dodge Charger. It was actually a 2019. It was a brand new model in 2020.
Yeah.
Got it. Here's what Antonio said to Indisputable Investigates. The last 30 minutes of audio actually cut out, and I screamed bloody murder for the EMTs to take me to the hospital. The cop kept blocking me from talking to the fire department and tow truck drivers so someone could get me help. He continued, I literally thought they were going to kill me. They had their knee on my neck like they had George Floyd.
I bet that's all that was running through his mind.
Full force knee on my throat. I was about to pass out and just managed to slip out at the last moment and just took the biggest breath I have ever taken in my entire life. He was trying to survive. For 15 minutes, police wrestled, tased, and hit Risco with their nightsticks.
Not only that, they let the dog bite him up.
Here, you see one of the deputies gets ready to strike Risco with his nightstick. Look at that picture. Look at it. At another moment, one can hear a taser repeatedly fired. Next, they sick their police dog on Mr. Risco while he is subdued in handcuffs. Here is the German Shepherd that they made attack Risco. Risco told Indisputable when he was getting mauled by the dog, he was in handcuffs and could not move. He says he heard the K9 deputy say, "Quit fighting my dog." Risco says he has severe neck and back pain from the attack. He still has bite mark scars on his arm and his torso.
That ain't bad.
Risco says he was in a holding cell for 16 hours.
It's healed up, though.
Before nurse treated his wounds. He could barely move for 2 weeks.
Later, but at the time,
It was bad. It was bad.
Put up the attorney.
Yeah. He should have.
You don't want to see these guys coming at all.
That nigga look
Attorney
like
Harry
from
Daniels.
Swear to God, he looked like Grady's grandson.
These cats are some of the most inquisitive and caring lawyers you can have. And I mean,
jump with the glasses. This Daniels
Attorney Harry
dude,
Daniels spoke with
he looked like he.
Let's go to it.
Insult to injury, he gets out of the car, slams him to the ground, they pull out Aspitons, they call him boy, beating him, tase him 4 times, get him in cuffs, and allow his K9 dog to lock in and bite the hell out of Antonio is unconscionable. As you can see from the pictures and the video, he was in handcuffs, and you can see the pictures of his body. This dog, these scars still here today. This dog is biting and locked in on Antonio. So to look at these videos, it's sickening to watch. From the beginning, that he would resort to a unreasonable force that could have killed him, then subsequently pulling him out of his car and beating him and letting the dogs beat him. This is a scene out of Jim Crow era. And
he could have killed all of them.
Still happening.
He could have got all of them killed out there.
Okay. So obviously, the report is going to reflect that they had to do a pit maneuver because the individual was trying to avoid being pulled over. This is obstruction and
in the middle of a highway, you see how much traffic was out there? You don't pit maneuver like that.
Risco's lawyers, they say he was actually charged with possession of a controlled substance. Nothing about fleeing the police or obstruction. That's the incident report. Here is Lamar County Sheriff Brad White. Buck stops with him. You see, Brad, either A, your deputies are aware that you are down with the program, or B, they are aware that you are a feckless leader. It's one or the other.
It's both.
A representative of the Lamar County Sheriff's Office could not immediately comment, but did say she would ask the sheriff for a response. And madam, we're gonna wait, and hopefully the sheriff gives a response this week. But this story is going out today. Now, 2020 is when this happened. 2020. They hid the video, did not want anyone to see it. As a matter of fact, they wrote the incident report so nobody would question the other stuff that happened. They could have killed this man. This dog, thoughts.
Okay, maybe you can help me answer this.
That shit crazy, dog.
Wow.
Look at her face, bro. You want to hear from her? I don't want to hear from her. Not really. You want to hear her? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like I said, for one, he put everybody in danger. He put everybody in danger. Did you see how bagged up that traffic?
Yeah.
I bagged up the traffic got.
He did a whole
pit maneuver. He bust, and he not only right after the pit maneuver, which he wasn't supposed to do on a highway like that with all that traffic. You supposed to call ahead and all kind of shit. This all kind of shit they do. I see this shit too often. This the kind of shit I watch. The audits and all of that shit. He was supposed to call ahead, follow this dude. The dude was not doing this. He was not doing the speed limit. He was driving at a decent pace. Yeah. He had his hazards on, and when the police officer zoomed up and got on the side of him, which is reckless, he told him, "I'm pulling over on the next stop," because that's what you do. You don't pull over in the dark. You pull over in something lit up, and especially not on a busy highway like that. Then after he did the pit maneuver, the illegal pit maneuver, the nigga bust a U-turn in the middle of the highway his damn self.
Why would you put all them people in danger, dog?
Like a cowboy, man. Like a rogue cowboy.
Listen, man, these niggas are so fucking tender, dog. Only reason why he did all that shit is because in that bitch ass nigga's mind, that bitch ass cop's mind, he didn't want that boy telling him what to do.
Yeah,
that's it. That's exactly right now. The boy said, "I got my hazards on. I'm gonna pull over on the next exit where it's light, where it's witnesses, it's lit up. I can stop at the gas station somewhere."
Then he got cars on the both. He got cars on the both sides of him too.
Both sides, bro. And if that rail wouldn't have been here, he would have spun him onto oncoming traffic. Dog.
Hell yeah. Eventually, he turned them into oncoming traffic. Like, everything about that was bogus as hell. Everything about it was bogus as hell.
Wrong as shit, man. And this is the same type of shit, man.
Dash cam video of a trooper tapping the back of a vehicle to make the driver pull over. But the SUV ended up crashing, and the woman behind the wheel was pregnant. She spoke exclusively with Jim Murray.
Can you get out? Come on out.
A pregnant mom is trapped upside down in a crashed car, all because of a controversial police maneuver. It should have been a routine stop for speeding. When the driver hears the sirens, she slows down and turns on her flashers.
Same shit.
But the state trooper rams the car's rear bumper to make her stop. The car spins out of control across the highway, hits a wall, and flips over.
They rolled over. Give me EMS.
The driver is expectant mom Nicole Harper.
Describe what was going through your mind. Were you literally flipping over?
I'm pregnant with my first child. That took 10 years to conceive. So of course,
that just hurt my feelings.
It's devastating thinking I'm losing my baby. I'm literally hanging upside down by my seatbelt.
That nonchalant thing.
Okay. Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we stop.
Oh, man.
Ma'am.
Ain't no time to talk about
driver's license guide tells drivers being pulled over to activate your turn signal or emergency flashers to indicate that you are seeking a safe place to stop.
Thought it would be safer to wait until the exit.
No, ma'am.
They really having a conversation about this shit while this lady upside down.
It was unequivocally deadly force. He used a vehicle going 60 miles an hour to ram into another vehicle.
Bumping a fleeing car is called a pit maneuver, or pursuit intervention technique. Pit maneuvers are used by police departments across America, but at least 30 people have died and hundreds more injured in pit maneuvers since 2016. Retired NYPD Lieutenant Karen Porcher.
You can't control the directional flight of the vehicle that's being struck. Here in New York City, for example, the NYPD prohibits pit maneuvers for that same reason.
Arkansas state troopers said in a statement, "Pit has saved lives among those who choose to obey the law against those who choose to run from police."
Get the fuck out of
Fortunately, Nicole's baby, born in February, is fine.
We call it a pit maneuver when people flee from us or don't stop from us.
The new mom has filed a lawsuit claiming the trooper negligently placed her and her unborn child in danger.
Yeah, they wild for that. They wild for that. Now what happened to the officer? What happened? They waiting on the lawsuit. They waiting on the lawsuit to go through or whatever.
More than a month, the jury in the Alex Murdaugh trial has heard about the family hunting.
We just breezing through, man. Y'all know Alex Murdaugh killed his family.
Where Maggie Murdaugh and her son Paul were.
They let the jurors go down to the house and look at the shit today.
Peter told how he believes Maggie was killed right after Paul was shot.
This shit gonna go on for a while.
What happens is she comes running over there, running to her baby, and takes that shot that goes through here, and she goes down flat, and then there's the shot in the back of the head.
Over the 6 weeks of testimony, the jury's heard from more than 70 witnesses.
And he got caught up in the lie too. He said that he wasn't there at one point in time, but then they had a phone call or whatever, or a recording where they heard him talking to the lady like minutes before the shit happened.
Right, that shit crazy. Now, I know this one is long, so what we're gonna do is kind of breeze through.
Yeah, we don't have to hear her. We don't have to hear her.
Don't hear her. I wanted to hear her side. Don't hear.
You can hear some of her side. She prolonged it. Like, you can hear her side. Go ahead. You can hear her
She
side.
prolonged it too. You know how I get out. She prolonged it too long. I'm skipping.
Interview with him.
And then him, he just like, he was low key dick riding.
I'm Jomo, and you locked in with Moheed TV. So today, we got a special guest with us today, man. I ain't gonna say too much.
Why is she special?
I'm gonna introduce y'all to Honey Graham.
What's up, everybody?
So today, we got this interview with Honey Graham because she was in a very unfortunate situation where she was in a Lyft driver and he kind of acted. Well, I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna just let her tell y'all what happened. Kind of walk us through what happened that day with that Lyft driver.
Okay, so the other day I got a Lyft ride. I set the ride up for 2 stops. Well, 1 stop in between my final destination. So from home,
that's not true.
I had a stop, and then the ride was supposed to bring me here to work.
Right.
So basically, I booked the ride and it was like 11 minutes. So in those 11 minutes, like, I was trying to do other things, but I guess Lyft changed the driver. Mm-hmm. So it made it, you know, a driver I guess was closer to me.
So they able to do that, like in the middle of
yeah.
like in the middle of your ride, they able to like say, yo, you gotta get out this motherfucker and go to another car.
Right? No. They changed the driver, so the driver who picked me up was closer than the 11 minutes, right? Okay. But I had put the phone down, so something told me like to grab the phone and check it.
Which one?
Something told me to grab the phone and check it, and it was like, yo, Lyft about to leave in 26 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what?
Wait, so you was just sitting in his car?
No, I was in the house.
Okay.
I was at home, so, you know, the initial ride said 11 minutes. Right. But, you know, I set the phone down, I went to, but it wasn't, it probably was about 5
already you could tell she took too long. She just said.
Changed the driver, you know what I'm saying? So he was outside, it was like he about to pull off, you know what I'm saying? So I ran out, you know, put my shoes on and ran outside or whatever. And
but already she late,
like,
right?
Oh, I'm about to leave. No, you gotta use the stuff. He was so basically I ran out the door and he was like, I'm finna leave, but you know, you could be joking with somebody, and I just kind of took it as a joke. You know what I'm saying? So if you was gonna leave, when I had to go back in the house to get my bag, so if you was gonna leave, that was your time to pull out. You know what I'm saying? So he, you know, he waited for me, and Lisa was with me, right? So she had got in the car or whatever.
But listen to her, she not grateful for what he doing.
You know, where the fuck is she going? You know what I'm saying? When I went back to grab my bag. Yeah. So we got in the ride. Lisa sat on the passenger side back. I sat behind the driver. So, you know, during this time I had I was scrolling through my phone in the back seat, like quiet. And till we got to the next destination. So this destination, like he picked us up around Chicago Avenue and Kids, right? The first stop was like at Sacramento and like California and Florida.
That's not
right?
far.
That's how you posted.
Yeah, so that was the stop. So when we got to the stop, I automatically assumed that he thought we were both gonna get out the car. So he already had his mind made up that he didn't want to do the trip, but he could have canceled it while we was at the house. You know what I'm saying? So
but instead he waited on your ass.
She was like, "I'll be right back." Right now, the stop was already in the trip.
That's the first stop. This once y'all got in the car.
Right. So this is the first stop. It's probably like 6 or 7 minutes from the original pickup. Right.
Right.
So she got out the car, and I'm still in the back seat, like just scrolling. You know, I got my little bag in between my legs or whatever. She get out the car.
Fish bag?
So he was like, "You gotta get out. I just ended the trip. You gotta get out." I was like, "Excuse me?" He was like, "You gotta get out the car." I was like, "I can't get out this car right here."
It's because I mean the day, if I'm not mistaken, the day that it was damn near like below zero.
No, it was the day before.
The day before? Okay.
Yeah. So he was like, "You gotta get out. You gotta get out right here. I gotta go." I'm like, "What you mean you gotta go? I can't get out this car right here." So he was like, "You gotta go. I got an emergency. You gotta go." So he proceeds to get out the driver's side seat, walk around to the passenger side.
Is that when you took the picture of him?
Yeah.
Coming out. Okay.
Look, he walked around the passenger side, took her bags out of the car, threw them on the curb.
Now, what if y'all would have just flooded his ass right there?
Right.
Both of y'all.
But she was already at the car, so I'm calling her like,
Chicago talk.
"Bro, you gotta come and get your bags." Like this.
Just crowding it.
As he coming back around to the passenger side, like I got my leg out the car now because I'm like, okay, this is what's supposed to drive off. No, he was coming back around because he walked around. He got out the driver's side door and walked around the car to the passenger side and took the shit out and threw it. So now he's walking back around to my side, like to get, and I was just still appalled, like, is this man really putting me out of his car? So I just grabbed my bag. Of course I obliged because like this is a man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got out the car.
What was that first stop?
And who is that?
The area? Like, I know you said in one of your posts, like,
the nigga that put
if
him
he
out.
was scared,
That's my nigga. That's my nigga.
The neighborhood where the old restaurant was. It was like right on the other corner, but not the main street, California. But it was like a block.
No. I wish I could.
So I
sent them a link so he can get a PC though.
As I was walking around the car and he was coming back around to the other side, I took the pictures of him and I took the picture of his license plate. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that.
She bogus for that.
Safety.
And because you said you reported it to Lyft, right?
Yes, of course.
Did you hear back from anything from Lyft?
I just heard back from them today.
Okay, what they say?
Basically that they were sorry that this was happening. They had to escalate it to another team. And I sent them all the, the emails and the videos and the pictures and, everything. So it just took them.
Facebook comments.
Yes, it took them. It's been like 4 or 5 days now that it took them that long to reach out to me. So that was crazy because like if this is
like when I was hearing about the whole thing, I'm like, this is really bigger than some drama. This Lyft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this her grill?
Stuff like that.
Yeah, this her shop.
I'm not saying this same situation, but so many situations.
Which is probably closed by now.
Not just women, men, like situations in Uber. Not just
whack like that.
The the Lyft and the Uber drivers sometimes getting their ass, you know what I'm saying, beat up or
the driver that got shot last night.
Case in hand. So
okay, so where I need to go to?
I don't know. It's kind of. Can you scroll through it and can you see the pictures at the bottom as you scrolling by?
Yeah, let me see this video.
Eat some food, but I feel
yeah. Go back just a little bit. He went back. He went back up to the shop a couple days later.
All type of like like
because they went back and forth on Facebook with each other, and he see that she had copied down his license plate. So he said, okay, well, since you want to put my license plate out there, I'm finna come up to your business.
Until he showed up here.
Here we go. Look at him.
She got out on him too.
Found his way all the way.
I was finna eat some food, but I figured out that was her business. She gonna spit in my food.
Yeah, it's my business.
And guess what?
Serve you.
And guess what?
Guess
what? Don't walk towards me.
What? I'm walking towards you. You just found your way all the way from the west.
This the real in him right here.
The west side to my business. You weird as hell.
Don't touch me. Don't hit me, sweetheart. Don't hit me.
What you gonna do?
Don't hit me. I'm gonna knock your ass out. I'm gonna defend
myself.
Don't hit me. I'm gonna knock your ass out.
You weird as hell.
I send my sisters them up here. They gonna beat your ass. Get away from me, sweetheart. Get away from me, sweetheart. Get away from me.
You a whole
Look what she got on. I told y'all her dirty. And she got a BB. Thick ass booty.
Look at this gas station draws, G. Look at this shit. A whole fucking
that
clown.
That dirty.
Bitch, you just came.
Look at the bitch face. Dirty face ass.
Look at it.
I need to see
Guess what?
this.
You just came all the way to my business. I don't give a fuck. This is my whole business. Get your
She not gonna. He didn't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do all of that.
Look at it. Get your real clown ass out of here. A fucking clown. Weird ass. Dog ass. Girl, this shit was just weird as hell. Look at him. Funny as hell. Look at this clown.
Oh ass bitch.
Just came all the way to my business.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm sleep.
So word from word, kind of, what was your post?
I said that this guy, I'm gonna read it because I got it. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's your boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to go home.
Jay.
You know, 50-50.
Man, I'm sleep, dog. I want to see his shit talking about she smell like fish, dog.
He didn't put that out there. That's all through the Instagram. That's all through the back and forth Twitter. Facebook thing. Yeah, he didn't. That's all through the back and forth Facebook thing.
Man,
but yes, overall, she was like the overall she was wrong because from the get go, she said that she had got a message saying that the driver finna leave in 26 seconds. So she was already bullshitting and late coming down.
Yeah, she said that from the jump. She talking about
so he was considering
like it was on Lyft and not her.
Yeah. So he waited on her and then took her to the first stop, and then she ran upstairs and still took a long time. He said it was 13. It was a whole 13 minutes in between a certain time where he could have been on a whole nother job by now. So right now he losing money.
Right.
So yes, she wrong.
And of course she ain't gonna put that out there. She didn't put that.
This is her story.
Yeah.
This is her story.
Right.
And that's why I told him. I sat here and told him, man, you need to follow up on this shit, man. Yeah, he need to be in here right now.
Man, call that nigga, tell him to come in here and give his story, man. Tell him to get him on here next week, man, for this shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow up.
He really need to defend himself on this shit and don't let this bitch win because
he do.
Because
she ain't winning.
Now only what I'm just saying as far as the actual storyline, you know what I'm saying? Because all that's out there is this, and he not defending himself. Like, look,
exactly.
Because there's some things that she leaving out that you told me that's very key.
A lot.
When you go. First of all, she alluded and she said that she was running late. She said she didn't know about the what's her name. She was like trying to make it seem like it was on Lyft. And it's like, no, you was just busy doing bullshit and put your phone down and really wasn't waiting on your Lyft. You wasn't paying attention. If you called for a Lyft, you supposed to be standing there at the motherfucking door waiting.
Yeah.
Bags packed waiting. You know what I'm saying? Because Lyft and Uber and all them motherfuckers, they send the person that's closest. And I know because I used to drive for Uber when I was in California. I did a little Uber one time. You know what I'm saying? And there'd be a lot of shit to that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to be doing your people like this shit crazy. Like, because, like, on some real shit, she said that. Then she said, all she said was, we got to the first stop. And then he said, y'all got to get out. And it's like, nah, you ain't. It's some shit that you leaving out. Did you go do something? Why was it 2 and 3 fucking stops? And why did you have an extra rider with you? And when you call, if they really tell you, you got to tell motherfuckers how many riders you got, like how many people were coming with you.
And she didn't do that. She didn't do that. Did you hear her when she said as soon as she come out with Lisa and folks asked her like, where's she going?
Right. What the fuck she doing?
So yeah. But yeah, you got to hear his story. Like,
what's his name? J-Dub.
J-Dub,
man, get your ass on the motherfucking show, man. Come on, man. Come chop it with your folks, man.
Motherfucker, man. He might be watching too. I sent him the link. He might be watching.
For sure, man. Come on,
and then this dude here, like, I understand he got a platform and he putting shit out, but he playing one side. He could have easily done politic with J-Dub on Facebook and Facebook Messenger before, one-on-one. And it didn't seem like it in this interview. It didn't seem like he one-sided.
He's very one-sided. That's why I ain't gonna hear no more after that, because he didn't even really ask the right questions. Because if I honestly, and I ain't trying to tell nobody how to do their job, but nigga, if I was asking questions,
he instantly should have asked her. You was late coming down.
Yeah, right. So first, you was late coming down. 2, did you let her know? Did you let them know that somebody else was coming? Okay, you got in the car with somebody else, and it seemed like he took the ride anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or took the thing. But if you get in the car with somebody else, so would that mean you basically trying to share a lift? I'm getting you to where you gotta go, then getting you to where you gotta go, and ain't getting a double fare for it. I'm only getting one getting paid once for it, but I'm doing double trip. Y'all got me bent. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up for real.
Yeah.
Like, I feel him, man. I'd have put her out too, man. Shit. Get her out there. And then she do like every other bitter black bitch, man. Try to base him out. Oh, your drawers, you dirty, this and that. Man, bitch, please. You got a whole business but don't got no vehicle.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? You call it lifts. But anyway, I digress, man. That's enough, man. Talking shit. You know what I mean? We're gonna end it off on that. It was something else I wanted to. It was some funny shit. But anyway, I don't know. But no, man, man, appreciate y'all for hanging out with us tonight, man.
Yes, sir. I'm back, man. Your boy back.
Big shouts out to my nigga, Dirty P motherfucking 30.
Definitely.
30. I know
we gotta get you. We gotta get you a soundboard, man. We should have had a round of applause right there, man.
You ain't lying, man. I'm about to get one for this bitch. I'm about to look it up right now tonight, man. I'm probably about to. I don't know if wifey sleep or something. I'm about to go fly back in the city or something and see what's cracking.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Y'all know what it is, man. Gallimaufry out right now. Bandcamp. Go ahead and check that out. I'm waiting on my wave files, y'all. I know I've been talking about the drain. I put a little snippet out there, but it is coming soon. Artwork done or whatever. Just some little bullshit. The drain coming out, and then in my own lane will be here this summer. So
y'all definitely go stream that.
Man. Hell yeah, go stream that shit. Go cop it. Go do whatever. Work out to it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't cop it thinking you finna go turn up and pop a whole bunch of pills on my shit. You not finna do that. Go this for the sophisticated. One of the reasons why it's called In My Own Lane is because my music is riding music. You know what I'm saying? You can put that shit on and just kick it. You can sit in traffic and not be mad, man. Just throw that shit on, man. You know what I mean? That's how we get down. But like I said, man, appreciate y'all for hanging out, man. Like we always say, man, tell somebody you love them. Walk up to them and hug them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Definitely.
You never know what they might be going through. So
definitely.
Know what it is, man. Peace. Dirty, what you got, man? You ain't got nothing. What you got going on, man?
Nothing much, man. We got the Shy City role play jumping off, man. We got a lot of new updates. A lot of shit coming. Be looking out for us maybe tomorrow or Friday to have more updates. It's buzzing, man. Shit, we had a good time in the server last night. Damn good time, I feel. Like we had a real good time in the server last night.
We gotta go.
It's buzzing, man. Check us out, man.
We gotta film the drag strip.
Definitely.
And also for anybody watching, I know I had a couple people watching. They was on my stream on my channel and stuff. What we playing is GTA 5 on, but it's our own city. And it is on 5M. 5M does not cost. However, GTA I believe is like $20 through Steam. It's on PC.
The first 3 people that join that's ready to join the server, and they got them a game in PC. GTA on us.
Bet. Done deal. Y'all heard it.
GTA on us.
GTA
first
on us. So all y'all gotta do is drop that shit in the comments.
First 3 people. Let us know you got it. Let us know you got the PC, and first three copies of GTA on us.
For sure. So y'all know how to get in touch with me. I'll get in touch with Dirty. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta go through me to get to this big dog. So
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Drop the links. You know what I'm saying? Because he already busy. Y'all don't know how busy
y'all get on his nerves, so he get on my nerves. That's how we do this.
Y'all don't know how busy this man is and what we done, what he done in 3 years putting this stuff together and the stuff that he done learned. So I'm not gonna allow y'all to flood his inbox with bullshit.
My nigga.
Y'all hit me up and we will get everything situated. I will fly you into the city. I will get a Discord link. I will get you set up, and you will link up with Dirty P in the server. And also on top of that, I will be putting out a Facebook post. I'm gonna start building PCs for people, man. Cause I'm tired of people saying they don't know, they can't get one. I'm gonna come up with me and you gonna sit down and get together, Dirty. We're gonna come up with a budget PC setup that I can grab for these people, and that I can set up probably like $600-700 or something like that, man.
Yeah.
About the same
that's a nice
as
computer,
Xbox, man. That right, like you said, that's a good computer. And I know other people that start at 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna throw no shade, name no names, but everybody that people know how to build computers. Just put it like that. So and we got y'all, especially if y'all gonna play with us, man. We need ambulance, we need police, we just need regular citizens. Come
Definitely.
here, bring the gang.
Definitely.
Bring the gang up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We got custom cars. Custom drug scripts, custom food, everything.
Custom clothes, custom restaurants.
Yeah, everything custom. Everything custom.
Yeah.
So y'all have a good time in there, man, and we definitely will. And also on the Facebook post, when I do the Facebook, the first 10, is that what we said, Dirty? First 10 people that come in, first 3 on this, GTA on us, on the YouTube, from the YouTube. Hit me up and put GTA YouTube in the DM, in the comments, or whatever. I get you. And the first 10 people on Facebook, in the Facebook 5M group, that fly in, because they already got 5M, they already got PCs, they ready, they already been in cities. First 5 people that fly into the city and get established, a meal on us. Now,
what? That's beautiful, man. What? You can't lose.
A meal is not gonna get you everything. It's gonna get you about a car and a house. It's gonna get you set up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work your way around the city for the rest of that stuff. Everything runs in the city on the economy. So there's a couple places and stores and things that you can get things, but the real money making stuff you're gonna have to get with somebody. And
you gotta know somebody.
You're gonna have to know somebody, man. Get in line with somebody. You know how we used to do in the old Mafia City days, man. Get in line and get some workers. Go to work for somebody, man. And
matter of fact, I'm gonna leave a link to the YouTube channel in the comments right now. So
most definitely. And then I also, when I post this, when this episode comes out tomorrow, when we drop on Thursday, I will put.
Damn, that fast? Damn.
Yeah,
you bad, boy.
Yeah, overnight. I do it the next day, man. I get it going.
Bad.
This is just the live show, man. People tune in for the live one, man. They really my broadcast is on Thursday. So, but I get this is for my viewers, man. This is for my people. I got a lot of people on the West Coast that still tap in and watch me and stuff like that, and I'm getting more people this way, back this way at home. That's getting getting you. So you know what I mean. But like I say, we got y'all, man. Tap in with us, man, and come play with us, man, in your spare time, man, and get with me. I will be getting them computers up, man, and I will be starting to sell them things for y'all and doing a little bit more advertising.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all be cool like how y'all be cool, man.
All right, man. Y'all be good, man. Have fun. Play safe. That's all I can say.
We out.
Peace.